Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of the Wakeboarding Unleashed Let's Play on Couches and Cables, where today we're heading into the Bayou. It's the second area of the game here, so things are going to pick up a little bit in difficulty with objectives and just the general, scope of the game and everything like that. So yeah, we've got, higher score combinations or higher score requirements, some more objectives here, and 39 gaps, which is quite the increase from the 16 from last episode. So I definitely anticipate this being a bigger episode here, but we'll try to just kind of work through getting some of these objectives and gaps done here. So one of the objectives is actually to get 7 gaps in one run. So we're gonna try to do that. There we go. That's 4 right off the bat. I'm pretty sure there's one for going through this whole thing too. Is it there? Yep, wake the dad. And then one for doing that. Look at that. Oh, I fucking missed that. That sucks ass. But you know what? I'm okay with that. We got 7 gaps out of the way, so that's good. Gonna be just doing that here. I'm pretty sure there's also a gap for going across this whole thing too and staying on the ropes, which I did not do. But there is an objective for starting these boats, so at least there's that. All right, well, I guess we'll focus on that now. Unfortunately, our groove is not doing as good as it should because I missed that first, thing there. Oh, man, did not do that. Oh, there's Manual King? Okay, makes sense. So the Manual King, of course, just involves keeping manual combos there. Yeah, let's start your boat. That did not start it, bro. Come on. There we go. Our groove is not doing so great, so I know I'm trying to get these objectives, but I should really be actually focusing on getting my groove up a little bit higher. So, that means actually finishing the combos and stuff. There we go. Plus 7 gaps complete. Oh, I unlocked a new level already. I'm trying to start these boats. Oh my god. It keeps wanting to jib the rails and not actually, do the whole thing. Yeah, lots of gaps here. We're just collecting them. So that's part of the whole thing here. Unfortunately, our run's probably going to get cut short here. Damn, it's that one boat from earlier that I missed, which sucks. All right. Oh, there's triple combos too. We can try to at least get this. What do we need now? What was it? What type of combo? I don't know. Yay! There's insane score and triple combo. So at least there's that. At least we got some of these. I really would love to get the whole fisherman and stuff out of the way, but I don't know if that's going to happen, unfortunately, this run. But at least we got the other stuff. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I lost out on stuff. And also, I totally forgot to upgrade some stuff here with our stat points from last episode. So we're going to do that right now. I guess I hit restart first. For some reason, upgrades was not available there. That's interesting. So we're going to do some, jump height. I don't even know what air control does. I guess I will upgrade rail balance and carve balance just a little bit here, and probably just gonna go jump height, because jump height really helps with reaching some of these gaps and stuff. So the only other thing that I did not do besides the fisherman and the hunters here, these guys, the guys with the boats, is I should not go over there. I have no reason to go over there anymore. I got the gaps over there at least. The only other thing is hands-free, which is just completing a good combo without holding the rope. Or actually, it doesn't even have to be a combo per se. It can just be, it's just wrapping up score without holding the rope, which I'm not doing right now. Clearly. I got that boat. I did get that fisherman. Good. So there is that. Oh my goodness. It's got it. Good. Started a boat. I get 2 more. trying to get this stuff here, but there we go. Dunk the fisherman. All right. And then, Jesus Christ, dude. I am kind of embarrassing myself here, I feel like, with some of this stuff. All right, dunk 5 fishermen. That's good. Now we just need the help the dudes with the boats. There we go. That's a gap right there. I really need this guy here. Come on. Oh my god. And now we're too far. This is annoying. Annoying, to say the least. But that's okay. Oh, we're definitely going out of bounds now. It's not what I want to do at all. Hello? Okay, that's weird. Alright, we'll just stay back here, I guess. I'm not really sure what's going on. But at least we got the fisherman done. This might actually... Oh, it is a gap. Nice. I wasn't sure if these are gaps or not back here. There's so many in this area that I forget. There's going to be a few areas that I just do not remember, like, where stuff is. Ooh, and we got hands-free for that. Nice. Good. Okay. So I definitely did not get the whole hunter stuff there, which is unfortunate. But that's okay. It's another attempt now at getting this whole rope stuff, because I remember this whole rope thing is definitely a gap. I know that for a fact. I vividly remember this. Oh my gosh, that jump right there is the part that's annoying. Although it might just be for the ending of this. You know, it doesn't hurt to continue this, right? Does it? Maybe it does. Yeah, I didn't get anything. All right. There's also a gap for going up here if it's not going to take me out of bounds, which it didn't. Good, down to the wire. Yeah, I do remember that. We got bonked at the end there. All right. Well, there's some other gaps with these houses. I'm pretty sure these gaps involve jumping from, like some stuff right there. There's one of those. Natural born kicker, too. Yeah, I know there's some gaps with that. Erg. All right. Can I get these boats? I can't really back out of this. Man, it's just the boat doesn't have me go that far, which is unfortunate. I'm not trying to do wake pipes here, by the way. Just trying to figure this out. Aren't we all trying to figure this out? Nope, that's something. Yeah, sounds about right. All right. That was something. Oh, nice. Couple things. Good. Isn't there also something like... Oh, I was going to say in there. Come on. Let me do it. Yes. Yeah, the more of these gaps I get out of the way, the better it is in the long run. All right. One more attempt at this rope thing. This is like one of the few that I remember. I might want to... well, maybe... who cares? That's all. There we go. All right. So yeah, I do still have to get the hunters here. And 17 out of 39 gaps. Yeah, there's still a lot left, unfortunately. I still know where a few are, though, so, like, I'm not lost in the dark yet. There's one for going around that whole hut, which I haven't been able to do yet. But I'm trying. All right. Let's rope. Yeah, it could be the whole rope thing. I don't think I have to go up there, so I'm going to try doing something like this. This does mean I have to sacrifice my chance at getting these boats right here, but I know this is going to cause me issues. There it is. Yeah, dope rope slide. Jesus, don't quote me on that. Saying dope. All right. There we go. I know there's also some stuff with, like, this area, too. I do vividly remember this. It could be for landing, like, on that house part, which I just did not do, but it's okay. We'll get there. There is something with that area. All right, should I focus on the boats now? I guess. I guess I should. can I please... There we go. That one was really causing me issues. Okay. Yeah, so there's that one over there. I think let's just get this objective out of the way. I think, you know, gaps can come later. You know, as you do. Okay. There's also some stuff with the roofs over here. Yeah, there is. Totally is. But it's a bit hard. Okay. Can I get over this roof now, finally? Nope. Yeah, and it's too late for that now. I know that's a gap, but it's just annoying. Alright, let's just get these boats. It was just 2 others, right? Or maybe 3. Dude, please, really? Come on, not like this. It's actually really annoying. Alright, let's get a little bit of score back. Try to, at least. That's something. I just need these boats, please. Can I get it? Why is the boat so far this way? I think it's because I didn't hit that thing. Oh, there's 2 more? Where's the other one? Oh, man. Okay, let's get this one here. And then we really need a combo. Oh, I know where the other one is. It's right over here. Okay. Come on, last me long enough to get this boat, please. No, stupid jib, the fucking fuck. No! Oh, I was just about to jump to get it! Are you serious? Alright, at this point, I'll just come back off camera. That's ridiculous. I can't believe that. I'll be right back. No, I think we're gonna... There we go. I did get that jump, finally, that gap right there for that whole big thing. So, just wanted to show that off, too. Alright, so assuming I can make this jump right there. There we go. Help 5 hunters complete. So, wanted to get that out of the way here. Now, I'm not sure if maybe there's another gap up here for... Well, that's not exactly what I was trying to do. Is there any stuff over here? There might be, though. Oh, man, I didn't make that jump. That's okay. Alright, yeah, let's just end the run right here. So, I got that out of the way, at least. There's still, like, probably 20... Yeah, 19 gaps left. We'll just, we'll come back to those. But let's focus on challenge mode for now. So, schooling banjos. Let's do this here. So this one is going to be like endurance. The only difference here is that the tricks kind of come in a little bit slow. So instead of it being like, you know, something that just starts, you get a little bit of time every time you do a trick, and then it comes up like that. So, and then there will be a finale where, you know, it's going to be crazy. There's going to be a lot of tricks. I think we're at it right now, actually. All right. Well, that's not... Oh, my gosh. The tilts. The tilts. Come on. There we go. Backflip. I guess... Oh, no, that counted. Okay, cool. There we go. And then board slide. And then crypt. That's a big one. And then tail plus indie. Nice. Pretty easy. And this guy loses his shit and throws his banjo all over the place. So, there is that. Come on, game, let's not crash. My goal is to get through this Let's Play without the game crashing, though I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Alright, so we just got to get the numbers 1 through 5 here. As you can see, the difficulty's a little bit higher on this one. You have to kind of jump back and forth here, but there we go. Got it. Count to 5 complete. Oh my goodness, with the freaking controller. If this happens multiple times, I will definitely switch out this controller, but okay. So max out the grooves meter by doing tricks. This is a new type of challenge here. Literally, all that's involved in this is, I mean, what it says. You just max out the groove. So, you know, the quickest way is just... Oh, I barely did not get it right there. I'm going to do a little bit more just to ensure it's maxed. All right, there we go. Max out the groove. That one's pretty easy because they start you off pretty high, though going forward, they're going to start you with, like, the meter all the way down. You got to do a crazy combo to get back up. All right, now, if I remember correctly, this boat race is actually a little bit annoying. So it's only 2 laps, but they're 2 fairly big laps here. And I believe we're going to see a portion of the area we haven't seen yet over here. I never really went off in this direction yet, but yeah, there's a whole section over here too. This is kind of a separate path. So, yeah, this is a thing too. I could really use some fuel. Where's fuel? There we go. But yeah, you kind of like just barely have enough time to do this one if I remember correctly. Obviously I'm kind of cutting corners and saving fuel here. So 1 lap left, so this means that we can, collect all the fuel that we need. So at least there's that. So we're gonna, try to do that. There we go. Oop. I want to get bumped. All right. So far we're doing fine here. Now this whole, I think it's alligators, right? It would be alligators for the bayou. The alligators and crocodiles. I get them mixed up, but I think these are alligators. So, yeah, through that section right there, if you touch an alligator, they send you flying. Alligators in this game are unstoppable masses. Or that doesn't make sense. What is it? Unmovable objects. We are not an unstoppable mass. They are unmovable objects. All right, so we got star search here. Find 40 stars. Dude with this controller. Come on. I had a solution to this, by the way, with the controllers disconnecting, where, might as well talk about this, but basically, if you notice your controllers are disconnecting, and it's like when you're shaking your controllers around, the solution to this, that I found is actually taking like a tiny like screwdriver or maybe like a pen or something like that, and there's a little like metal flap on the back of the batteries of a Xbox 360 controller. Now this is probably a lot easier if you actually visualize or see what's happening, but there's a little metal flap. Ooh, I really need these stars here. I'm going for Collectible Master. There's a little metal flap, and if you kind of lift that up with the screwdriver a little bit, then it should fix it. And I did that like a few months ago when I was playing Amped for the channel, because that was the last original Xbox game that I played, or Xbox 360, just game that I needed the Xbox 360 for. And it worked enough to get me through that series. And now at this point, it's clearly acting up again. So there we go. I actually did that pretty much first try, beyond that one little skip I did at the very beginning, but there we go. Okay, gator baits. So they're not even going to tell you what to do here. They're just going to show you a picture of alligators. But board slide both boats, exit without touching water or land. What they mean by both boats is those boats in the middle there. So we just have to do one of these, 2 boat gap. And there we go. Gator bait is complete, which is good. Not so bad there. All right, now we've got triple combos here. Perform 15,000, 20,000, then 30,000 point combo in order. All right, so we did triple combos in objective mode, but now we have to do it in groove mode, and this one's going to be pretty easy. You see, doing a trick like that is enough for a, like a 40,000 point combo, so not bad to start, but, there we go. And then just one more over here. So yeah, usually they start you off in random various areas and give you a certain time frame to get these combos done. So there you go, that should do it. Nice. And we're getting a very nice visual of that box. Thank you, game. Appreciate it. Okay. There we go. All right, tricky gap. This is when tricky gaps start getting annoying, by the way. So now they're going to require you to do a trick during this one. And with this one, if I remember correctly, you need to, not just get the gap, but also, do it in a way that the game likes. What I mean by that is, if you go way too far out, it's not going to count it. So, I guess. So yeah, in order to do this properly, you don't want to build up so much speed, which is easier said than done. And see, right there, it didn't, it did not, it didn't do the half pipe thing that's supposed to do. So this one is just, unfortunately, a little bit annoying. That one actually may have done it, but it probably went too far out. So, you know, it's super fun. But I'm hoping that this doesn't take too long. It's just a matter of timing. Hey, there we go, it did it. That was a little bit cheesy, but that was good enough. Good enough for the game. So yeah, just try all different angles there. Something will eventually work. Okay. And then count to 10, which is just extended count to 5. I usually don't have too much difficulty with the count to 5s and count to 10s. I would say my hardest ones are usually tricky gaps and video shoots. Those are usually my least favorite ones. So there we go. Pretty easy there. And so that's everything for objective mode, right? Or at this point, challenge mode, sorry. So now we have to work through gaps. So not super fun. Not restart. Let's go to groove mode here. So before I start spending gap keys, I'm going to actually kind of look through and, or probably just come back once I recognize where a gap location might be. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I actually know of multiple gaps that are over here. So if I go to the graveyard switch, the boat's going to start going in this direction now. And I know of multiple gaps that are over this way. So in fact, I'm going to set a restart here just because I know I'm going to want to come back through this area. So I'll at least kind of just try to... Oh, hello. I wanted to do a bit of a jump there, but the game wake piped me. There we go. I wanted to end up here because I know that there's stuff like with these roofs. There we go. Wedge roof. That was already one of them. I know there's also something with this boat over here. So let's head up here. I think the best way to do this is to end up here, and then you can easily jump onto this boat. There we go. That was one of them. Okay. And then I know also there's something with this roof here. So let's yeet. There it is. Hot tin roof. All right. So that's good. A couple of those out of the way. I know of a few more, actually, off the top of my head that are over here as well. So if I go up to these roofs over here, I think... Oh, actually, that was not what I wanted to do. Maybe too late now, because I'm pretty sure it has to do with... Well, yeah, I doubt... Yeah, that's... Well, maybe maybe we can do this backwards. Is it something with, like, this area over here? It may not be. Yeah, probably not. Okay, but I know there is something with this boat. Is it making the gap between... Oh, come the fuck on, bro. Is it between making... Dude. Well, this game... Okay, that's good enough. Between this, I know there's something. There we go. And then there's also another gap with those boats over there that we saw earlier in that challenge. I think the difference is we want to do like a little figure 8 thing. So what I mean by that is go back around and then jump here. Yeah, infinity board slide. It's infinity in this game, not figure 8. And I fell for some reason. All right, so anyway, that's a good amount of the gaps that are over here, at least. So there is that. So I'll be right back. So another gap I can think of, actually, is over here in the back side of this whole area with all of these posted stickers. So if we complete this line over here, and we do have to jump over these, otherwise it'll screw us up. There we go. You just trespassed. So that's a little thing over there as well. Now, I set my restore point right here, right? Yes, I did. Because I'm pretty sure there is another gap that has to do with this whole section right here. If I remember correctly, it's a little bit annoying to get. So, you know, we're going to try just for a second here. I'm pretty sure it has to do something with jumping between these houses. And it's, like, not easy. Because the game wants to try to, like... get you to... There we go, right? Or maybe not. Maybe not. Alright. Yeah, it's going to be something I probably have to look up, like, what to do off here, but we actually... Can I reach the roof here, or am I way too... Or am I way too close? I could be just too close at this point. Oh. I may be too close. May be able to do it with wall riding, though. I know it's between... I think it's jumping in between these two houses without using, like, a wire or something like that. And I think that ladder counts, by the way, too. So it's an interesting situation. Come on. Yeah, I think I'm just too close here. Pretty sure that's what's going on. Yeah, probably just too close. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, there's actually a pretty easy gap that I totally forgot about, just having to do with this, like, rope up here. So if we jump between the ropes over here, or don't even have to land on the other one, you get unleaded, please. So there's a pretty easy one. I think there might be something with these, well, I didn't do that exactly the way I wanted to. Yeah, there is something with those logs right there. I think there's also something with this roof right here, too. I can jump on the roof. And then, like, down or something. Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure there is something with this roof. I just don't know what it is. I will use the gap keys here. I was just trying to figure out how much that I could find without spending the gap keys. Which I think we're just getting to the point where I might need to do that. So anyway, I set a restore point at a little bit of a better location here. Yeah, that's debatable because of this fucking pole. But let's hope that we can reach this thing now. No. No. Alright. This will probably be the last one that I get without gap keys. I know something. Oh, that's an interesting proposal right there, but not what we need. Hey, there it is. Squeal like a pig boy. That's the one that I was trying to get there. It has to do with landing on between those roofs without using, like, the rope or that middle, like, platform. I cheesed it there, obviously, but that's one solution. So, there you go. All right, at this point, I think we are just going to look at the gap list here. So, only 9 that I couldn't find, so that's not bad. Okay, I told you there was something with these roofs. I told you, so that's that one. Collect junk. Oh, okay, that's literally right there. All right, Hillbilly Havoc. Yeah, that's that roof thing I was trying to do. Hillbilly's phone home. This is an interesting one. It involves going all the way on those phone poles, which is going to be a bit hard. That's an easy one. There's just a little jump right there. Natural born kicker. This one always confused me, but I think it has to do with jumping between those roofs without touching, like, either of the corners, if that makes sense. All right, shaft blasting. This is an interesting one, so you have to go backwards through the level. That's a really hard one right there, but we'll do it. Slacker. This feels like it's probably just has to do with something over there. This is probably just making that jump. That's probably an easy one. So yeah, we are back. All right, let's get this this one right here, this hop and you don't stop thing. So there we go. Yeah, I think it's literally just jumping between those. It's pretty easy. Okay, I remember there is another gap over here having to do with, like, jumping between this area, right? Isn't that the whole prank that I think they mentioned? Something. It was something like that. I just need to figure out what it is. It might be jumping, like, between the roofs or something like that. But, yeah, we'll come back. Okay, so there were a couple of other gaps having to do with, like, these roofs over here. So let's try that. No, that didn't work. I was hoping that just jumping between the roofs would be enough there. I don't think it was. Well, obviously it wasn't. But, yeah, I think we need to actually... It's cool, but no, not what I need. I'm trying to land on the rim of the roof there so I can board slide it. It might also just work. Well, yeah, that sign gets in the way, so I don't know if jumping the base of the house would work. Unfortunately, I think it needs to be... Oh, that tree got in the way. I think it needs to be between the roofs. Hello? Why? This game with this physics sometimes can be a bit ridiculous. If you haven't been able to tell already. Yeah, so that did not... There was another random one for, like, the side over there. I'm wondering... maybe I should just get this out of the way first. I'm wondering if it's just staying alongside this this part of the thing right here. No, I guess not. I don't... I'll have to look into that one a little bit more. But yeah, there's two over here. There it is. Hillbilly Havoc. So that's the one that I was trying to get. Now, what was that one that was, like, confusing to me? Is it Blind Jump? No, Blind Jump was not the confusing one. I know it was not Collect Junk. It was not the Home Phone. It was not Born Kicker. Slacker. It's Slacker. I feel like it has to do with the base of the house, maybe. So I'll try that really quick, and then, like, if that's not working, we'll come back off camera. Yeah, it could be a base of the house thing right there, or like just a between jumps thing. I'm gonna put the restore point a little bit closer, like maybe right here. Let's try that. This might be a little bit too close, actually, because now I'm not a good angle. There. Yeah, now the angle's kind of poo-poo, in my opinion. That was something, but not what we need. Yeah, I'll probably just have to do some off-camera figuring this out. All right, so I actually looked up the previous, like, gaps video that I made, 100%ing the gaps in this. The way to get Slacker, at least that I saw, this is a bit hard to do, at least the way that I did it, and this is probably not a conventional way to do it, but it's a solution, provided that I actually do this. I'm pretty sure all I have to do is start with this tree and go, like, back through the whole thing. There we go. So this is what I was trying to do. I don't know if it's just board sliding the whole thing or needing to go backwards. Oh, it didn't work? Oh, god damn it. That's what I did last time. So I'm very curious now as to why that's not working. That was the solution that I did. I'll try it one more time here. It could be like, I don't know. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, taking a break from Slacker because that one's just really bothering me. There is the Collect Junk one, which I think is another thing that involves jumping between roofs and not touching like a rope, or like not doing that. For example, I set my restore point over here, so I'm pretty sure it's this roof to the next one. I think. Yeah, I did not touch. It could be that. That's Natural Born Kicker 2, not Collect Junk. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's between these. Probably not gonna do that. Yeah, that was a prank there. It is this. It's these roofs, right? It's not the other one. That's Slacker. Hold on. Which was it? Where was it? This one. Collect Junk. Oh, okay. It's probably not the roofs, actually. I lied. I think it's the airboats. I think it's just jumping on these, I assume. Or maybe jumping over the airboats, actually. It might be what that is. But it's definitely having to do with these airboats. Or, I don't know why I'm saying airboats. They're not, you know, stuff. Okay, it definitely has to be board slide them. What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? Is there more involved in it? I keep getting that Natural Born Kicker 2, which is awesome, but not Collect Junk. Oop, I got it right there. Let's see if I can try to do it again. What I did was jump kind of wall ride between these. I'm gonna see if I could try to do it again really quick, because I did it off camera. My bad. But yeah, I kind of wall ride. Bro, stop bumping yourself into this wall. For real, man. Come on, please. Yeah, I did not grab onto that rope here. I was hoping that redoing this would be easier said than done. I can't take too much time on this because this is already a long episode and I still have more to do, which in fairness is what I expected. I expect these episodes are going to be longer than usual just because, especially the ones with like areas with huge amount of gaps. Oh my god, come on. I really wanted to show this on camera, but I promise you, I wall rode between, I'm pretty sure it's not a word, but Yeah, I did something like, there we go. And it's not doing it that time. I promise. That's what I did. They say as they drag me into the room. I can't do it for the life of me again. Damn, that's so annoying. There we go. Whatever. I promise that's what I did. It's just so temperamental, but I'll be back to the next one. Okay, so suck it up I know has to do with this area right there. This is not where I wanted to go. I guess it is. I guess it is, because that works, but I'm pretty sure the way you're supposed to do it is jumping between the front area. Let's see if I can, like, do it the correct way. Maybe not. I don't know. Is it just between the roofs? It's probably just between the roofs, and then it's fine. So that's fine. Let's set it. Ooh, the game. The game's freaking out. It may have crashed. Okay, so fun fact. Yeah, the game totally crashed, and when it crashes, it completely fucks with all of your progress. So we're gonna try to get that, like, slacker gap while we're here. I'm just gonna try a combination of, like, oh, jump in between these things. Yeah, that's not working. Maybe it's from, like, from this part. It doesn't, like, when you look at the gap, like, thing, it doesn't look like you have to go so far back. But at the same time, like, I don't really know anymore. Some combination of the house and the roof. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. This is annoying. Okay, so what I did do that got that gap for me, as I'm going to try to do this on camera again. But what I had to do was, this is crazy, and I don't know if this is what's actually required to get this, but what I did was start from the roofs like this, and land on the tree. I said land on the tree. Yeah. Okay, land on the tree and go backwards. Okay, good enough. Oh, never mind. I fell because I was unpausing. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go this time. Now that I actually landed it, but fall on the tree, go backwards, and then this should do it. Yes. So I don't know if it's involved, but that's the way I did it. So just so you know. Okay, I know there's also this. Actually, too far early. I know there's also this stuff with the roofs here. So let's try to get this while we're here. This one should be pretty easy, hopefully. If I can land on the roof in the proper way, because I have to, you know, actually land on there. There we go. Board slide it in between these roofs. There we go. Blind jump. So that was a pretty easy one that I did not get. Okay, so there's another pretty confusing gap here, natural born kicker. And the way I think to get this, I'm pretty sure, is not that, by the way. But I think we want to jump between the roofs in such a way that we don't land on, like, the middle section. And it's not easy to do at all. So if I need to, I'll designate some more stat points into jump. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we're supposed to do, I think. At least that's what I remember when I've done this in the past. It's not easy. I don't think you need to do it with, like, that right there. Yeah, that doesn't do it right there. But I'm pretty sure that's what we need to do, and it's just a matter of getting air in the first place that's hard. I could try to jump a little bit further out here. It's hard because there's those fucking boats in the way. Ooh, that might be good. Yeah, I think that's what this is, and I'm trying to do it on camera, but, you know, doing it on camera is not exactly feasible all the time. So I'll just be back. Guys, I got it. I got natural born kicker. I'm gonna try to replicate it. This is what I did. I jumped between the roofs and manualed. Because I tried a bunch of different things and it didn't work. But yeah, manual to manual. See, it's not working. I think this one's just super inconsistent because that's exactly what I did. Is jumped from this roof here, like the tip basically, to another manual, and it's not working. I think this one's super inconsistent. So just keep trying that. You know, if for some reason you guys are watching this along. Yeah, that's so weird. I have no idea. I wish I could explain that further. I can't replicate it on camera, but that's what I did. So anyway, there is a relatively, I guess, comparatively easier gap to get here. The hillbilly phone home thing here, which I can try to kind of do here. I might be able to jump from the roof to get to that wire easier. It's the telephone wire in the back. Let's see if I can just do that. Yeah, this might be better. I think it's just board sliding this whole thing. I know at this point this is like over 40 minutes of an episode. It's a long episode, but there we go. That's that gap out of the way. So now, what's left here? A couple of these I have to re-get because I lost stuff. Yeah, okay, just shaft blasting now, so I'll be right back. Okay, so this last gap, shaft blasting, is really temperamental, and I'm actually trying to remember where the best point to start is. It might not be here. Yeah, I don't think it's here. I think it's a little bit further on out. So let's see here. I think, yeah, because the whole point is that we have to like go like kind of like backwards through the level. It's really weird, and this gap does not make sense to me. Out of like every gap, this one does not make like any sense to me. And this is the best way I found to do this, assuming that we can actually get over there. Now I can probably set a restore point in a bit of a better angle right here. So maybe like over here. Hopefully this, yeah, literally at the start is probably the best way to do this. So there we go. I'm going to try to do this whole thing on camera, but we'll see. This might just be kind of hard to do. But there we go. So now we go through here. Dude, come on. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Yes, I know this is a 45-minute episode at this point. But we're almost done. I think the rest of this game will not be this bad. This level, I think, has the most temperamental gaps, like the most inconsistent gaps in the game, in my opinion. There's a few other levels with really, like, annoying gaps to get, but I don't think they're as, like, inconsistent as this one, I guess, if that makes sense. So at least there's that. But we'll just have to see. We'll have to see how ass this can be, how much I will regret this decision. Why do I keep... Okay, I'll just come back to when I pass that point. Okay, so I think I found part of my problem. First of all, I'm supposed to manual through this whole thing. So if I can pull this off here... Nope, see, I lost all my speed, and now it's gonna send me back in bounds. If I don't lose my speed there, I'll be fine. Try this again. I tried this multiple times off camera and did not lose my speed. Yep, I'm losing my speed now, so that's super freaking great. I don't know why that's a problem. Alright, new strategy. I've set my restore point a little bit further back, and probably doesn't need to be this far back. So let's do maybe something right here. Hopefully this isn't too close. Hopefully I didn't fuck it up. I may have, because, yeah. Okay, it's okay. We can try it without with this. But my new strategy here is actually landing on, like, that thing right there. I jumped way over it, so that's okay. We can figure this out. So I think this might actually be easier. So I think when I've tried to do the other strategy in the past, I have maxed out stat points, and I think that just does not work in that situation. So I may have put myself a little bit too... Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. This is what I'm going to do now. This feels easier, in my opinion. So, because I don't think we need to start from all the way back there. I think it's just doing this whole thing in reverse. Oh, fuck that. Come on. Really? Jesus Christ. I mean, this game is... It's not a great game. Look, I'll just say that much. I enjoy it, but, like, I'm not going to let my nostalgia cloud my judgment. It's not a great game. Like, it's episode 2 here. It's episode 2. And I'm just, like, just full disclosure. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just got super lucky. I'm trying to do this on camera, but at this point, like, we have a crazy long episode. There we go. Alright, so the trash cans can hurt you. I now know that. Yeah, I don't think we want to touch any of these, like, buildings or roofs or anything. I think we need to touch just this part. All right, come on. Please, please, please. That's great. Can I get the shaft blasting? Can I get the shaft blasting part? No? Really? So this doesn't work? Are you serious? Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm thinking my problem may have been that I wasn't on this part right here. Because just looking at like the gap, the what's it called? Like the preview with the gap key. This is what it looks like, is that you want to start from like that little beginning platform thing over there. That's what that at least it looks like. It pans in on this part instead of the other thing out there. So I'm curious if this is what it is. If not, then I'm gonna be not happy, to say the least, because man. Yes, thank God. Okay, that was it. Yep, that was the problem. Okay, phew, that's done. And I did it on camera, so I'm pretty happy about that. So let's end the run here, because that'll just, you know, give it that. We are the Gap King, which is amazing. So yeah, super long episode. I apologize, but also you guys are probably not super upset. So there we go. I don't think most of the other episodes will be this long. I think this is kind of going to be an anomaly here. So next time we're going to be heading on in to Springfield. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys then.